Greetings, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome to another amazing episode of Beyond Boardroom Business. I'm your host, Coach Stephanie, and I have the honor, the privilege to interview trailblazers. And tonight is just another amazing trailblazer. In fact, she's a community leader, especially if you are in the Atlanta or metro areas. You definitely heard of my next guest, and she's amazing. So, without further ado, let me help you all introduce you to Miss Charlotte Cain. Greetings. How are you tonight?
Greetings. How are you?
I am feeling fabulous as always. Thank you for asking. But man, Charlotte, I mean, your bio is amazing. And I just love what you do. And thank you for being such a community leader. I want to say that first and foremost.
Oh, it's my pleasure.
So, can you tell us who is Charlotte Cain?
Well, I've worn many, many hats, but I love working in the community. I love working with youth and elders and mothers and families and fathers and everyone in the community. And so, most of the things that I've done in the Atlanta Metro since I've been here have had a lot to do with community outreach in one way or the other.
That's true. That's true. Every time I've heard your name, it was always something amazing attached to it. So I was like, I really need to know this lady. And I'm glad, I'm thankful that I have met you. And um, I'm just very thankful for the things that you have done, because we need 100 more of you, Charlotte. I mean, what gave you this drive to represent the community and look out for people?
I think that sometimes people do things when they're very, very young. And I do believe in people fated to do certain things. And if you found that you've done something naturally with no pay, you enjoy it, you're just doing it for fun, well, I decided to turn that into a job and just was able to make my way into the community with the different projects um, from the beginning, even when I was a little girl. I used to take my blackboard out on the porch with my chalk, and I called myself having school and teaching the younger kids, and
Oh,
just always doing different things. And then back in the day when I was in school, they had something called print shop. I had the guys print me up some business cards, and I started a little singing group called Sweet Harmony. And it was to be, we were all probably 13 or something. I mean, we were really young, maybe 14 in middle school. And I would give out my business cards and tell people we were available for shows. We weren't getting paid. One of our mothers was making our dresses, making our outfits,
oh.
but I put on a show even then. And so I was always being creative, putting on shows, creating opportunities for people to be educated. And it just continued.
That's
When I came to Atlanta, I guess in 2001, during the time that I met you, I was working with the Sweet Auburn Spring Fest.
Yes, yes. And I mean, you would always pack the streets. It was like everything had to shut down because your
Mr.
vendors.
Charles Johnson, yeah, Mr. Charles Johnson, the late Mr. Charles Johnson,
Mhm, yeah.
was the founder of Sweet Auburn Spring Fest. I was the director of entertainment for him, and I would handle 7 stages because we had a stage every single block for
Yeah.
7 blocks, 350 to 500,000 people coming in, and I used to probably put at least 200 artists on the stage over that 3-day weekend on those 7 different stages.
Wow. I mean, as an event planner or for what you did, how many of those would you put on every year?
Well, the Sweet Auburn Spring Fest was every year for 13 years. I did the entertainment for that. And then they had a fall one that they would do as well on occasion, not as large as the Spring Fest, but still large. And some of the kids that have come on stage, I now see them on television,
Mhm.
like Fabo from I don't even remember all the songs they have, but I know I see them on TV. But it was Fabo, Jacob Lattimore,
Yes.
um, Chloe and Hallie. as well,
Okay.
and Lotto.
Yes.
Yes, Lotto as well.
Yes. Wow. How does that make you feel when you see the ones that you've helped along the way? You know.
Well, makes me feel good. And I kind of just remember them being little kids. And Jacquees was very, very young. I didn't even know he had become such a big star. But it was kind of funny because I remember him saying, "Who's this little man over here?" He would have his arms folded, and he insisted he didn't want to be on the youth stage. He wanted to be on the main stage.
Oh my. Okay.
And I think he was, oh gosh, I don't know. He was a teenager. He was young. Yeah.
Okay. Were you able to see the stardom in the different acts that you would bring on board, or were some like the parents, mama just wanted to pay to push their child? How did you?
Yes.
Mhm,
Yes.
mhm. Yeah, I can imagine. I can only imagine. So you had a lot of singers and entertainers. Anyone else that you came across that you helped promote?
Well, I mean, there's a lot of them. I really should have done better keeping track of everybody, but I can't call all their names off. I just kind of gave you a few that I know of, but I know I'm missing some. Cristina Quinones, she's won a lot of
Okay,
awards in the Latin award community.
nice.
And she's been on Telemundo, Univision, a lot of the Latin community knows her very well.
Wow.
But I just can't think of all of them because there's been quite a bit. And then some of them have names when they're young, and then when they get older, they have a different name.
That's
So they may have a little, like even Miss Mulatto went from Miss
yeah,
Mulatto to Lotto. But
correct.
I kind of figured she was going to do something because every year she would not just be on the youth stage, she wanted to be on all the stages. She was like, "What stage am I going to now, Miss Cain? Which stage?" And
Oh,
so that was truly in her blood.
that's really nice to know. Yeah. Oh, I used to work with the youth too as well. And so do you prefer the youth over adults, or is there a difference, or you just love everyone?
Um, I've done things with the elderly as well.
Okay.
When we would do the festival, we would have everybody from
Mm,
India, from London. We even had a fellow from Slovenia, was sponsored by a company to come and perform at the festival, London. And I actually did auditions outside of Atlanta. I did auditions in North Carolina and other
wow.
locations in the Barbados. I did auditions in Barbados. And
Wow.
so, and we had some Caribbean talent come out from that. And so there's been a lot of different experiences.
Okay. So, for someone who's looking for someone like you, what should they prepare for? What should they know before they audition for something like that?
Well, I've kind of don't do as many auditions as I did with Sweet Auburn Spring Fest,
Okay.
but I think that they should do as much of a one click as possible
Hmm.
because if you give a person work to do where they have to email you to ask you for this, can ask
I
you for
see.
that, rather than sending everything in a package. A lot of artists send auditions that are not live,
Mm,
and they'll say that it's live, but they'll have a recording and it'll be a studio sound and they may be lip syncing or whatever. They're not really giving you a live audition that they're sending to you.
I see.
So I think having that one click of your best live audition is a good thing, and a great photo and a bio is good to have in your contact information. But if you give them a lot of work to do and they're getting a lot of inquiries, it makes it hard for them to get back to you all
I
the
see.
time. Yeah.
Okay. So, is that like an EPK that you're requesting to
Well,
have?
it can be an EPK or however they want to send it. People are creative with the way they send things. Now I do my own festival, the Stonecrest Fest. I started
Yeah.
that in 2017
Okay.
here in the city of Stonecrest when we became incorporated. And so that festival has pre-events that lead up to the festival. And so with the city of Stonecrest, we're predominantly African American community,
Okay.
but we have a little bit of everything here. And one of the things that we have that is a real treasure is the National Heritage Area, which is Arabia Mountain.
Yeah.
So it's 400 million years of plant and water life.
What?
Yes. And it's a National Heritage Area. And
Mm,
so I like to highlight the wonderful things that we have in Stonecrest, like New Black Wall Street, which
yeah.
was founded by Mr. Allen, who recently passed,
Yes.
the millionaire,
Yeah.
and he invested a lot in Stonecrest. Also, Vaughn Irons and Cassandra Irons, they have Privy, which is really a nice upscale location right next to the mall at Stonecrest. And they've got a hand and stone massage, infrared studios, and,
Oh,
and so we kind of create events that bring people to see what we have. And then, of course, the National Heritage Area. So one of the pre-events that I do is called the Sunset Stroll and Concert on top of Arabia Mountain.
okay.
We just had that on Friday.
Oh,
Everyone comes to the mountain. We come over to the Nature Preserve Center. We have, this time we had vegan wraps and we had
oh,
sea moss juices.
I love it.
And then Emory Hillendale Hospital was one of our sponsors, and they did Ask the Doctor talk. So we kind of gathered, had some healthy food, and then we stroll up to the top of Arabia Mountain. So
Wow.
at the reserve, we have entertainment. I had a violinist. He was wonderful.
Oh,
Oh, yes, he was wonderful. Keldrin Riddick. And
okay.
then we had at the top of the mountain Malcolm Little, guitarist and singer. He plays other instruments as well. So once you
Mm,
get to the top of the mountain, you find yourself a seat. You can take a lawn chair, a blanket, or a pillow. It's a very intimate concert. It's acoustic. The
no.
acoustics on top of the mountain are beautiful. The sunset is beautiful. And
Mm,
so we just go up there, and when the sun sets, a little bit of more of the concert, and then we come down the mountain and it's all over with within a couple of hours.
that's beautiful.
So very healing, very nice, very beautiful. You don't even feel like you're in the city of anywhere. You feel like you're somewhere out on an island or on top of a mountain in another country. So it's very, very nice. And that's one of the pre-events that I do before the Stonecrest Fest. So that's called the Sunset Strolling Concert on top of Arabian Mountain. You can probably see some of those on YouTube.
Okay. Wow.
Mhm.
And then you said one of three things. Now, what's the second
Well,
thing?
I do have another one coming up, the Stonecrest Fest Walk, which it's a retail to nature walk because you can be right at the mall, right along Hotel Row, because we have hotels right across from the mall. And so we have a path, all caps, PATH,
Okay.
that you can walk that'll take you right to Varda's Farm, which is one of the oldest dairy farms that they had here in DeKalb County.
Oh,
It's no
wow.
longer operating, but the barn is still there.
Oh,
And it's in the middle of a beautiful field, and you get to walk from retail into nature and you
mm,
end up at Varda's Farm. It's about maybe 4 miles round trip, but I have a shuttle bus at Varda's Farm. So after a person walks the first 2 miles, if they feel like, I don't know if I can walk back, they can hop on a shuttle bus and get a ride back.
that's
But
nice.
yeah, but last year when we did it, 85% of the people walked back. Just a few people got on the shuttle bus. So,
Very good. Okay, that's awesome. And it's free to attend,
oh,
correct?
everything is free. Everything is free. Arabia Alliance sponsors
Mm,
that, and the Davidson Arabia Nature Preserve. Um, they also sponsor that Stonecrest. Well, some of the Stonecrest events. One of the things that they're also sponsoring. So I've got the Fest Walk. That's this Saturday.
okay,
If you want to join me, you
okay,
can meet me at 8:30 in the parking lot at Privy at the Mall of Stonecrest, parking lot 1C. So
okay.
you'll see the big poles and they have the letters and numbers on them. So 1C is over by where the hotels are. So we're going to meet there at 8:30 in the Privy parking lot. And
Mm,
then we're going to do the walk. And then when you come back, you can relax at Privy. They've got an art gallery. Baldwin's Books Store, um, Hand and Stone Massages, Picasso Splat, just a lot of nice stuff there. So you can relax there after you come back from the walk.
Sounds beautiful.
Yeah.
Wow.
They can register on the stonecrestfest.com website. Just click
Okay.
on Fest Walk and go down to the bottom there and put your information in and join us.
That's right. And you said stonecrestfest.com, correct?
Yeah, stonecrestfest.com.
Mhm.
So
Oh,
that's the second event. So we did the Sunset Strolling Concert on top of Arabia Mountain. That was Friday.
okay.
The Stonecrest Fest Walk is this Saturday.
Yes.
Then on October 4th, we're
Okay.
going to do a chalk art walk.
Yeah, that sounded very interesting. And I think that's beautiful because from my take of that is that children can draw on the ground and the rain will just wash it away later. Is that how it's done?
Well, we have artists creating art.
Oh, real
Yes,
artists. Oh,
yes, we have artists. And we did have a 7-year-old that did a dinosaur last year. He actually came in first place on an art contest, I think that Emery or someone had done. So, and
wow.
he has his own little book published, and also he was pretty much a rock star that year.
7 years
So,
old.
yes, yes. And this year we have a mother and son creating a piece. He's for his mother's an artist, and they're going to do a piece together. But we've got about 10 artists, and they're doing art along the nature path. The nature path, the nature trail is right where you have the Davidson Arabia Alliance. What is it? The Davidson Arabia Mountain Preserve. And
Okay.
that's on Klondike,
Okay.
3787 Klondike Road. That's on the website as well.
Okay.
So the Chalk Art Walk will be on Friday, October 4th, but artists will start to draw before then. So people who are walking along the nature trail, they'll
Yeah.
be able to see beautiful art while they're walking along. They may see some of the artists in action. And then
Wow.
on the 4th, we do a meet and greet the artists from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. A little
Nice.
entertainment, a little bit of refreshments, and meet and greet the artists that participated in the Chalk Art Walk.
Oh, that sounds beautiful.
Yeah, and it's just wonderful to be around nature.
Yes,
I'm so proud to live in a city that has more green space than any other city in DeKalb County.
that is so true. It is so beautiful.
Mhm.
Now, what if it's going to rain? Is it still taking place or
Yes, it's a
okay,
rain or shine event, and actually, if you draw and put a little water on your chalk, it makes it stay longer. But of
ah,
course, everything is very eco-friendly, and it is monitored. We don't want people showing up and drawing on things because it is a national heritage area. It's a treasure. So we want them to come
okay.
and to be educated and to enjoy the nature that's around it. And anything that we do there is always eco-friendly because, as I stated, we have 400 million years of plant and water life in that area.
Did you say 400 million years?
Yes, yes,
Wow,
yes.
how are they able to generate the amount of time? By measuring
Well, if,
years or what?
well, if you go onto arabiaalliance.org, it's full
Wow.
of I mean, it's too much to even talk about.
Wow.
I kind of just stick around the Arabian Mountain, the nature path, and the preserve during my events because they're in Stonecrest, but there's over 30 miles of trails, goes out to Panola Mountain as well, to the monastery in Conyers that was founded by monks, probably like in the 1800s. Then
Wow.
we have the Flat Rock Archive, which
Mhm.
is a community that was founded by enslaved people.
Wow.
And so that community is still there. Some of the descendants still live there. And you would be surprised, some of the descendants, Warren Moon, NFL star. I mean,
Wow.
he's retired, but Warren Moon, Chris Tucker, actor and comedian, his
Yeah.
grandfather's house is still standing there. His great grandfather, actually, and his grandfather, I believe his grandfather was born there, T.A. Bryant. So that's another wonderful thing to do in the city of Stonecrest. So all of that, you'll find links on the stonecrestfest.com with the different attractions that we have here. And that's just bringing people to the community and making them aware of what we have and come and visit. We love it. But then that culminating event, the
Mm,
Stonecrest Fest, will
man,
be Saturday, October 5th.
yes.
Yeah,
Wow. Wow. I mean, how long does it take you to put something like this together?
not long. The Stonecrest Fest is going to be at Browns Mill Park, but from all the years that I did that Sweet Auburn Spring Fest with Mr. Johnson and sat at his knee and learned from one
Mm,
of the greats, uh,
yes.
who brought 350 to 500,000 people to Atlanta every year, 7 blocks long. You've been to it.
Yeah.
It's not like it used to be, but
Okay.
it's still beautiful. It happens Mother's Day every year. It's a wonderful event, but it was so many people. It would take you 20 minutes to walk 1 block because you would
Wow.
have to carefully, get through the crowd. It was just beautiful. And after doing that for 13 years, doing a smaller event, you know, doesn't take long for me.
I see.
But
Right.
and I kind of have the idea in my head, I've been doing it for a while and I kind of already know how I want to do it and what's going to happen. And so it's just a matter of putting that word out there, getting it out to the people, getting it
Yeah.
out to the artists who may want to perform at the festival, and getting the sponsorships and
Yeah.
all of that.
Yeah.
Um, so that Stonecrest Fest is going to have health and wellness there. Emory Hillendale Hospital is going to be doing a health and wellness venue.
Okay.
Discovered DeKalb Conventions and Visitors Bureau actually powers the Stonecrest Fest. They powered it from its
Nice.
inception in 2017.
Nice. Wow.
Yes, yes. And so they've been very supportive. The city of Stonecrest, of course, they're
Yes.
supportive. Arabia Alliance is one of our sponsors.
Okay.
Um, Pretty much everybody likes to join in.
Yeah.
We have Rockland Homes. It's a new builder that's
Okay.
going to be at the festival showing some of the new homes that they're building in Stonecrest and around the surrounding areas.
Okay.
And so we're going to have a lot there. And we're giving away money bouquets.
Whoa. That's nice.
Yes.
Sweet.
Yeah, we're
Oh,
giving away money bouquets all day long at the Stonecrest Fest.
man. That
Yeah.
sounds amazing. Oh, I'm definitely going to be there. It's just
Yeah.
full of energy and,
Yeah.
oh,
Live entertainment,
yes.
bouncy houses for the kids, and drone soccer is going to be at the
That's
festival.
it. Yes. Can you tell us a little more about the drone soccer? What's that all about?
Well, the drone soccer is all about aviation.
Mhm.
Um, Brown and Black people make up less than 10% of the aviation field. When
Okay.
I was introduced to drone soccer by some drone pilots that are certified drone pilots, one of my friends that has Georgia drone pilot introduced me to a wonderful young man here in the city of Stonecrest who told me about drone soccer.
Okay.
And when I saw it, I'm like, okay, I love this. And so I went to the World Games with U.S. drone soccer to see it be introduced at the World Games in Birmingham, Alabama in 2022.
Okay.
And the children actually get a kit. They build that drone soccer ball from scratch.
Oh,
They
wonderful.
bind it to the software. We use Beta Flight software. They have to program the flight board.
Mhm.
They, if anything happens to it, they repair it because they built it. They
Mhm.
learn to fly it. They are the pilot. There's no GPS like a lot of the drones you get at
Right.
stores. And like,
Right.
so I fly drones. All those drones, most of them have a GPS.
Exactly. I have
With
one.
drone soccer, you have to learn strategic moves and maneuvers to play the game. And there's rules to the game. And so it's just beautiful. And when the children are avid drone soccer players and really stick with the game when they turn 16,
Hmm.
we put them in a workshop for their drone pilot part 107 certification, and they get to study. And once they're ready, their parent can take them to the airport to take their FAA drone soccer part one. Well, not drone soccer, but the FAA Part 107 drone certification test. And we had our captain do it. He turned 16. He was 15 when he started.
Oh,
Scored 98 this test.
mm. I
And
love it.
so he's certified and he's been making 75 to $125 an hour. Now he's 17, but he does drone jobs.
Mm, mm,
He
mm.
did aerial footage of Christina King's Ferris's funeral.
Wow.
He was just 16 when he did that.
Wow.
And he's done a sizzle reel for Atlanta. He did roof inspections for an exterminating company. And, he's
Oh
doing
my
all those little things and bought himself a car over the summer
God.
working.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's so amazing. Oh my gosh. I mean, how wide is that? Does every school know about this
Well,
program?
the schools are starting to find out about it. It was more popular in California, Colorado, a lot of different places.
Okay.
I actually brought the first drone soccer league to the state of Georgia, and I am the league founder for firstgeorgiadronesoccer.com, and that's FIRSTGA dronesoccer.com.
Oh,
So I've had a couple of teams. We've done something at Arabia Mountain High School,
yes, yes,
doing
yes.
something there now. We did something at Stevenson High School. And then I have my Georgia Arrows, who were just the kids from the community when I first started, that did the very first drone soccer team.
I saw the video on the website and it was, oh, I mean, I almost had tears just to see the little kids or young adults putting
Oh,
it
yeah.
together.
Yeah, everything's about drones. I mean,
I love
um,
it.
if you remember when Papa John's was delivering pizzas with drones,
Yeah, I saw
one of
that.
our coaches, her name is Stephanie Jones, she headed that up. First Black
Wow,
woman to do drone delivery services in the state of Georgia.
look at that.
And so it's everything's, they're using drones in warehouses instead of forklifts to check inventory. They're using drones for everything, almost anywhere. They even have aerospace nurses,
What?
medical people, yes.
Wow,
I
man.
mean, drones are being used in everything. And so it's definitely,
Yeah.
and then the thing is, what touched my heart, Stephanie, more than anything, when I was out in Alabama and they were introducing it at the World Games, there was a young man on a drone soccer team from one of the states in a wheelchair.
Perfect.
And he was playing drone soccer, building his drone ball. He was flying it, and I said, this is a game that if your child might not be athletic, they may be athletic too, but
Yeah.
if they're not, they can still enjoy this particular sport.
Oh, that's beautiful.
If their hands are working, but you do have to be at least 12 to do it because of the intensity.
So from 12 to what? What's the
Well,
last?
middle school and high school, and they have older kids doing it, but it's another level of drone soccer
Oh my
with a much the ball is 4 times bigger, the arena is 4 times
God.
bigger. It's college level is a whole
Yeah.
nother, but
I-
we're dealing with middle school and high school.
That is so beautiful. Are you able to keep up with their lifespan to see how far they go in life after
So far,
experiencing this?
yeah, so far, like I said, just told you about one of our superheroes, and
Yes, yes.
he's
Oh,
actually been going to Tuskegee, Georgia Tech.
mm,
He's got a couple of, he's going to be going to college. This is his last year with us and in school. So he'll be graduating. And
okay.
he's the first one to graduate. Well, actually, he's not. We
Oh,
have two others that graduated this year.
wow.
One of them is at SCAD. He's doing
Okay.
mechanical industrial engineering or something
Mm,
fancy. He
mm.
was more like our mechanic on the team. If
Okay.
somebody's drone was broke, he could fix it much faster than anyone else. He would inspect them and all that sort of stuff. So he's in
Cute.
the right field. And then the other one is a mathematician. She's going to be a math teacher. She's
Oh,
at Augusta University.
mm, mm,
So
mm.
we, had our first graduates this year.
Oh, so cute. The
Yeah.
first graduation.
Yeah.
Well, I would love to interview that gentleman you said that one you if I could
Oh,
have
yeah. That would be no problem. Captain Arrow,
Captain
AERO.
Carol.
Yes. The Georgia Arrows, AERO.
All right, I definitely need to talk to him. Oh, that's amazing. Wow. Well, I mean, you're just full of knowledge, wisdom, understanding. I mean, I really appreciate you. How can people find you?
Um, they can email me at ceo@stonecrestfest.com.
Okay.
They can find me just like that, rather quickly.
CEO at
At
Stonecrest.
stonecrestfest.com.
CEO. Okay, well, is there anything that you would like to leave the viewers and listeners on, anything regarding what you do or who you are?
I would just say nothing beats a failure but a try.
Mm,
That's what my mother always said. And
mm,
so it's okay if you try something and it doesn't go right, try again. There's nothing beats a failure but a try. So
mm.
just get out there and do it.
That's it. Oh, thank you so much. I really appreciated this. This was an amazing interview. I've learned so much, and I can't wait to see your events coming up and meet the people that you have helped along the way. Thank you so much, Charlotte. I
You're welcome.
appreciate
Thank
you.
you for having me.
All right. All right, everyone. I hope you enjoyed this interview. I did. I definitely did. I love everything that she's doing. Make sure you check out Miss Charlotte Cain. Okay, make sure you go to stonecrestfest.com. The events that are coming up are right here, so make sure you tune in, sign up, register, and I will see you there. Again, everyone, thank you for watching Beyond Boardroom Business with your host, Coach Stephanie. I am a business strategist. I'm also a book writing coach and a podcaster who loves what I do. I love interviewing trailblazers, and as you can see, she is truly a community leader and definitely a trailblazer. Make sure you check her out. And I will see you all next week, same channel, same time. And until the next time, please stay prayerful, stay patient, and persistent. I'll talk to you all next week, and I hope you have an amazing rest of your week. Peace.